Hello, learners. Welcome to today's science class. My name still remains Miss Ifeanyi Joseph. In today's science class, we're looking at parts of a flower and the process of pollination. We're looking at parts of a flower and the process of pollination. So we're going to learn all about flowers. It promises to be a fun and exciting class. Stay tuned to learn more. Did you know that your bumblebees buzz when they visit flowers? So when they visit flowers or when they come near a flowers, they buzz. So now this buzzing effect helps to shake off pollen that might be on the flowers. Now when these flowers pollen are shaking off, then some of them get stuck to the bee and then the bee carries them to other flowers. Isn't that a fun fact? I bet you didn't know that before today. So for today's class, we're going to be looking at flowers, how to label the different parts of flowers. We're going to be looking at the topic pollination and the importance of this process. Why is it important that this process needs to occur? So we have parts of a flower. So as you can see on the screen, you can see a flowers and the parts are labeled. So these flowers are divided into the male part and the female part. For the female part, that's the one you can find on your left side, where you have your stigma, your style, your ovary, and your ovary. You can see where each of them are located on the flower, and together they form the word, the pistil. On the other side, we have the petals, anther, and filament. They form the male parts of the flower, and all together they are called what? The stamen. So you can see this is basically the various parts of your what? Flowers, as you can see on the screen. So pollination is a process that occurs in flowering plants and enables plants to what? Reproduce. Pollination is a process that occurs in flowering plants that enables them reproduce. Now on your screen you can see the various steps by which this pollination takes place. We have the anther, which I said in the previous slide is the main part of the flower. So this is the pollinator. The bee is our pollinator. The anther releases the pollen grains while the bee picks it up and then carries these pollens and then sticks it to the stigma of another flower. Now when this process occurs, it enables the flower to what? To be able to reproduce. So the male part of the flower anther releases the pollen. The bee, which is the pollinator, picks it up and then carries it along and deposits it on the stigma of another flower. Now some plants depend on wind to reproduce. Now not all plants do insect help to carry their pollen grains. Some of them, the wind helps to move their pollen grains from one plant to another. So just the same way we have insects as pollinators, wind also was serves as pollinators. So in some cases, in some flowers, it's wind that is a pollinator that helps to move their pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower, while others rely on insects to carry their pollen to other flowers. So on your screen you can see various insects that serves as pollinators. You have your beetle, you have your butterfly, you have your what? Bumble bees. So all these insects helps to move pollen grains from one place to another, which helps for flowers to what? Reproduce. Now, insects are very important because insects are one of the major pollinators. They are one of the major agents of this pollination. So they are very important and they are extremely reliable for pollination to occur. So the importance of insects in this journey cannot be overemphasized because they are the ones that make sure that these pollen grains are moving from one flower to another and ensuring that reproduction continues. So I hope you learned something in today's class. So in today's class, we learned about the parts of flowers, the male part and the female part. We also learned about how the pollens move from the anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower. We also explained the importance of insects, that they are more reliable and faster pollinators than wind. So I hope you enjoyed today's class. See you in the next. So I hope you enjoyed today's class. Looking forward to see you in my next class. Bye.